Since the car is down and I'm waiting on new rod bearings and oil pump parts, as you've seen in the last video where my built motor actually lost oil pressure, I figured I'd answer a question that people always ask, and I've answered it a few times in the comments, but not everyone watches all of my videos. And that is, how did you put an M54 head on an iron M52 block? Well, I did not. This is actually an M52 head, single VANOS, and I converted it over to dual VANOS, and it's super easy. I'm gonna go ahead and make this video. I don't know if there's any videos out there talking about this, but it's already been done on my car, so I'm just gonna explain what I did. I can't really show the process, and there's two ways to do this, and it's very easy. So this is an M52 iron with an M52 single VANOS head on it, converted to dual VANOS, and most people probably think it's an M54. The car thinks it is. A lot of people probably watch my videos and think it's an M54 unless you've seen my first one where I talked about it being an M52 and what was done to it. So this is an M56 valve cover. It's been modified to the oil fill in the correct spot and got rid of the filler neck so it wasn't so close to the turbo housing. And then two -10 fittings back here for the breathers, just dual breathers run into a catch can. That's all that is, with pencil coils, M54 pencil coils, with the harness out of the box because it lets me turn the coils to give me plenty of distance. My harness box, they'll melt if you keep them on. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this and show you guys the dual VANOS and how simple it really is. So as I was removing this valve cover, I remembered something that all the bottom mount people say. I'm not hating on them because I run both. I've built a bottom mount car, I'll be building another one. But they always say you can't remove the valve cover because the turbo's in the way on top mount and you have to remove the turbo. Well, that's probably the dumbest reasoning out of all of them. There's some valid ones, but that's definitely not one. And I even have a 3-inch downpipe, and they usually have a 2.5, and it's cake. So right here, just a normal extension and socket like you would on any valve cover. And boom, easy, even with a coolant line there. And then this one's really easy, not a problem. And then I have this 3-inch downpipe that I made. It's not beautiful because I can't weld very good, but even with 3-inch downpipe, fine, no problem. So if anyone needed that cleared up, there's your answer. All right, that's off. Didn't take very long. Yes, I know my VANOS is ugly looking, and so are my cam trays and caps, but these cam trays and caps are for these ZHP cams. And these ZHP cams, I got them out of a junkyard motor, and they've been through multiple M54 engines that I've had, so they have some miles on them, so they're a little discolored. I could clean them, but it really does not matter. And then so is the VANOS. It came out of my last M54. It's rebuilt and it was good working, so I just swapped it over. I didn't bother going crazy and cleaning it. And new tensioner, new timing chain, stuff like that. I reused the VANOS chain. I didn't really have a reason to buy a new one yet. So back to the main topic here, the dual VANOS. I'm going to go ahead and remove it so I can show you guys. Okay, so all I can do here is explain this to you guys. If I was a professional YouTuber, I would have a M52 head sitting right next to this and an M52 single VANOS unit, but I did this before I started making YouTube videos, so I may have some pictures to throw in there of when I did it, but I don't have these things on hand right now. But all you have to do is add material over here to the left side of the head. And you have to do that because it sinks back further than this side over here. All the way to this stud is good until here. And I don't know why, but that's how single VANOS is. And then once you build this out far enough with JB Weld, or if you TIG weld it, people use JB Weld and it works fine. So, but I had mine TIG welded. This was before I could TIG weld, plus I still don't think I could pull it off. But once you do that, you just sand it smooth across here so your gasket's going to seal. And this stud right here, you're going to probably have to clean it out, run a tap through it or whatever, because you're probably going to get it full of weld or epoxy, whatever you do. But this stud is in the right spot. This hole right here, once you put the unit on here and mark it, this is the only hole that you have to drill and tap. That is the only stud that has to be changed, and it's not difficult at all. And then you're gonna run into one more problem. On the dual VANOS, you have this exhaust cam position sensor. So you need to copy the outline of this VANOS, this dual VANOS unit, obviously. You wanna copy that because right in this area where this sensor is on an M52 head, there's material, and you need to just start dremeling that out. So you dremel that out until this fits, and then that's it. M54 cams fit in an M52 head, no problem. Same trays, same part number on the trays. So you just drop in trays. This way you can run ZHP cams instead of outrageous, stupid, expensive S52 cams that make no sense. So you can just get some ZHP cams and you're all set. Worst case scenario, you have a leak here. If you use epoxy or whatever, but you can just use some right stuff or whatever. It's not really a big deal. I mean, manufacturers use that on brand new engines, so it's not a big deal. I hope this answers some questions. Like I said, I'll put some pictures in here and stuff of when I did this last year. And I don't know if there's already a video out on this, but hopefully it helps some people because I've got a lot of questions about it. No, you cannot put M54 head on M52. I'm pretty sure the coolant ports and oil ports are totally different areas. I guess if you want an absolute insane amount of machine work done, maybe it's possible, so I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but hope you guys enjoyed this video.